And voters are headed to the polls in Virginia and Oklahoma this morning for several critical state primaries. And over in Georgia, primary runoff elections are underway. All three states have already held their presidential primary contest. Let's bring in CBS News campaign reporters Hunter Woodall and Shawna Mizelle to talk more about these races. Let's begin in Virginia. Shawna, Congressman Bob Good, who chairs the House Freedom Caucus, is facing a runoff against a challenger endorsed by former President Trump. How are we seeing this Trump factor playing into the race, and is it a good indicator of his support in the state of Virginia?
The Trump factor is going to be everything here in Virginia today. You have Bob Good, the incumbent senator. He endorsed Florida Governor Ron DeSantis during the Republican presidential primary, and that has drawn the ire of former President Donald Trump. Trump actually participated in a tele-rally last night for Bob Good's opponent, Mr. McGuire. He's a Navy SEAL, and in that tele-rally, Trump said Bob Good has not been good for Virginia. He also sent out a warning that if elected, he said Bob Good would stab Virginians in the back like he did me, Trump said.
So, Hunter, I want to talk to you about this. I mean, does this mean that the House Freedom Caucus isn't Trumpy enough for Trump? What does this mean about, their influence?
And that's a very significant thing here as we watch this. I mean, Bob Good is one of the more compelling, primaries so far this cycle. Bob Good was among the 8 House Republicans who voted to remove Kevin McCarthy as Speaker last fall, right? Bob Good then obviously, as Shawna noted, did endorse Florida Governor Ron DeSantis in this race. So Bob Good, as much as he is, farther to the right as a Republican, that's being overshadowed by, obviously removing McCarthy as Speaker and the fact that he had endorsed DeSantis before, obviously now, Good has actually endorsed Donald Trump. The big factor here, is how much does Trump's influence matter in this district? This is a reliably red district, and Trump has obviously invested a lot of his attention, as we saw in this tele-rally last night, to try and get Good removed in this reliably red district in Virginia.
Shawna, Republicans are also picking their candidate to face off against Senator Tim Kaine in the fall. Kaine has held on to the seat for over a decade. Do they have a viable chance to flip it? And what messaging are we hearing from GOP candidates?
Vlad, that really remains to be seen if Republicans have a viable chance for flipping this seat. But I would say the bar would be really high. As you mentioned, Kaine has held this seat for over a decade. He has that name recognition, not only in Virginia, but also nationwide as a former vice presidential candidate. But Kaine has also partnered with the Biden campaign in Virginia. They opened up an office together. And so tying Kaine to Biden is going to be some of the messaging that you hear from Republicans here in Virginia that are hoping to unseat him.
Hunter, turning to Georgia. A man who was charged with a misdemeanor for participating in the Capitol insurrection is on the ballot today. He's not the only one on the ballot in other contests, but we're talking about him today. Can you tell us about this runoff race, and does it give any sort of greater indication of how Republican voters in the state feel about the attack on the Capitol?
I really don't want to underscore the significance here, because the major thing here is in Georgia's 2nd congressional district, there's a Republican named Chuck Hand who is, has made it to today's Republican primary runoff. Hand was somebody who, court records show, was sentenced to 20 days incarceration for his part in the January 6th, Capitol riot. I'm looking at the records now. He entered a guilty plea to a charge of parading, demonstrating, or picketing in a Capitol building. He's not the first Jan 6 rioter who's been convicted for their part in what happened that day to run for Congress, but the fact that Mr. Hand has actually made it this far, has made it to this primary runoff, just underscores how deeply intertwined the January 6th Capitol attack is with today's Republican Party.
Hunter, let's also talk about Oklahoma Congressman Tom Cole, who chairs the Appropriations Committee. He's facing a self-funded challenger. Tell me about that.
Well, this is a primary where Tom Cole is one of the leading Republicans in Washington. He's well esteemed for his time chairing the Rules Committee. He's the chair of the House Appropriations Committee right now. He has helped Republicans, advance legislation in this very narrow House majority. But what's significant is, he's facing this challenge from a self-funded primary challenger. This challenger's loaned his campaign more than $5 million, federal campaign finance records show. And it's the latest as we're seeing, longtime Republican incumbents face challenges from, people who just don't see them as conservative enough. But Tom Cole is conservative. His record does show that. He was among the House Republicans who did vote against certifying the presidential election in 2 battleground states after the January 6th Capitol attack. this is something that continues to be a challenge for incumbent Republicans. There are people who are spending a lot of money trying to oust them, but so far, no incumbent in Congress has lost a primary unless redistricting was at play this cycle.
Yeah, helps when you got deep, deep pockets.
That's right.
Hunter Woodall and Shawna Mizelle, thank you so much.